This is the plaintiff, Steven Gutierrez. He says the entire trunk of his car was burned because the engine of the defendant's car caught fire on the street. The defendant felt horrible about it. He took him out to lunch and promised him his insurance would cover the damages. Well, here they are. The defendant's insurance didn't cover it, and he now's out $5,000. So he's suing. This is the defendant, Gus Davila. He says he was in his car when it started on fire, and it took the firemen 14 minutes to extinguish the flames. He felt terrible about what happened to the plaintiff's car, but his insurance denied the claim because they said the fire was an accident and it wasn't his fault. He's sorry, but he's not responsible. He's accused of heating things up.
All parties, please use your ratings.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the trunk of his car was burned because the defendant's car engine caught fire in the street. But the defendant says the problem is it took the fire department way too long to get to the scene. It's the case of, where's the fire?
Thank you, Douglas. Mr. Gutierrez, you are suing Mr. Davila. Are you guys neighbors or?
We live up the block from each other.
We live in the same block. For $5,000 in car repairs that you say you're going to be out as a result of your car spontaneously combusting. Good Lord above, what happened? Let's start with you because I don't think you were out there when it happened, right? So what happens?
Okay, it was Mother's Day, and I woke up, got dressed, went out to do some errands, got in my car, started it. Everything was fine. I was connecting my phones to the chargers, getting everything ready so that I can take off. Guy comes over next to me, says, "Are you moving?" I said, "Yeah, just give me like 5 minutes." So
5 minutes?
Yeah, I told him, give me like 5 minutes.
If I'm the guy waiting for your spot, I think that's a little unreasonable. Anyway, go ahead.
So I continued to do it. I put my earpiece on, everything. I got an email, so I started replying to an email.
You started answering emails while someone's waiting for your spot?
So he...
Well, who does that?
Well, because of work.
In New York?
Yeah.
In Queens?
Yeah.
Come on.
So he pulls up 2 cars ahead of me, and then all of a sudden I see him waving at me. And
Yeah,
I'm
like
thinking,
move it along.
Yeah. So I said, "What's up?" And he said, "Your car's on fire." I was like,
I would have just kept driving and left you alone there because you're the guy who's answering emails when I'm waiting for a spot.
So I get out of the car and I saw it underneath the car, it was engulfed in flames.
So you had gotten in the car, you turned the car on.
Correct.
You have no inkling of anything.
No.
You don't smell anything, you don't.
No, all the windows were closed.
All the windows were closed.
Yeah.
But you could smell anything.
Because it was
you
raining.
don't smell
It was
anything,
also
there's
raining.
nothing.
No, it was raining.
It was raining.
Yeah.
And what kind of car is this?
It's a 2006 Dodge Charger.
And then the guy gets your
He's
attention.
waiting. I'm thinking he's rushing me, so I rolled down the window. Then when he told me the car's on fire, I got out of the car and I was like, so I ran behind 2 cars to call 911, and that's when I got.
How fast did the firemen come?
I'm thinking about 14 minutes, but they got there, but it was already too late. The flames were engulfed in the front, damaged the car in front of me as well.
And that's where you come in. All right.
Correct.
So, did you have a video
Yeah, I have a
of what
video.
happened? You have a video. Hand me your phone, please. So, do you end up seeing what happened? Did you take this video?
Oh, no, I got it from a surveillance camera.
Okay, from a surveillance
Yes.
camera. So, let me see. That's just somebody videoing it.
Yeah, that's me videoing it from the...
Oh, you're talking over the
Yeah.
surveillance. Wow. Does anyone have pictures of it in flames?
I have the aftermath.
Wow. So your car is the one behind the flames, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And your car is the one right in front of the flames.
Yes.
And the fire department had still not arrived at this point?
Correct.
All right. So the fire department comes, they put out the flames successfully.
Correct.
Your car is damaged.
Yes.
Do they ever conclude how it is that this happened?
No.
Do you have a fire report?
Yes, I do.
Can I see it?
Sure.
Found Dodge Charger parked with a fully involved engine compartment. Fire extended to the rear trunk of a 2004 Toyota Camry, parked in front of the vehicle. Fire extinguished, cause undetermined. Area of origin, the engine area. Running gear, wheel gear. Heat source under investigation. Nothing else was ever. This happened when? Just this
Mother's
month?
Day.
Okay, so you file a claim against, you feel awful when
Yes.
how do you find out this happened?
I was going to work and
So you come down to work and you see the fire going?
he was standing there with a claim number from his insurance.
Okay, had the firemen already put it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had left already.
Okay, so you come down to work and you're just still waiting so that the owner comes, or you just happen to still be there?
I decided to wait till the owner so I can give him the information. I didn't just want to
Ay,
leave.
Dios mío. All right, so you're just standing, how long were you waiting for him to come down? Because it could be a year before he comes down. I mean, like, you don't know.
No.
How about you could leave a note? I
I
mean,
think it was
so what'd you do?
approximately about maybe an hour.
You
an hour
did?
and a half, yeah.
All right, so he's out there, he waits for you, you come down, he tells you about it, he feels awful, and he takes you to lunch.
Yeah.
What does he say? What does he say?
It was a little awkward, you know. 2 cars on fire, you know.
So what'd you say to him?
Nothing. You know, insurance will take care of it.
Right.
You know, so that's
So
what I
then
did.
you go to lunch?
Yeah, we went to eat. It was Mother's Day.
It was Mother's Day. You're not his mother, he's not your mother. Neither of you have mothers that you need to honor or women in your lives that you need to honor, so he takes you to lunch. Right. All right, and then you make the claim against the insurance company. What do they tell you?
They had an adjuster go out, and they were gonna give me a check, but
And it was all settled. They were going to give
It
you
was all settled.
$3,900.
Yep.
And then what happened?
and then I got a different claim number from another Allstate agent, and she denied me coverage.
What do you mean you got a different claim
That's what I
number?
don't understand because I have 2
No,
claim,
you mean
claim
another
numbers.
another agent called you and
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
no, we're not paying.
Yes.
All right. And then you say to him, well, what are you going to do? And he says to you, what do you mean, what am I going to do? That's why I pay insurance. They
Yeah.
say that I'm not responsible. So are you responsible?
No, insurance is supposed to be taking care of it.
Right. What they're saying is not, we're not going to pay because this is an accident. What they're saying is, our insured didn't cause this.
Yes.
There's no evidence our insured caused this. What do we know? He got into his car and he turned his car on. What about, other than answering the email, could he have done? God struck you with that, and then all of a sudden there's a fire under your car because you shouldn't be answering an email when someone's waiting for your parking space.
Right.
What would he have done to cause that? Something caused this fire.
Yes.
But the only way his insurance is going to cover him, and the only way a judge is going to make him pay, is if he caused the fire. If Dodge has an internal defect,
Yes.
and you may have a great lawsuit against Dodge, but I don't know. But for me to order him to pay you, I have to find that it's something he did. What did he do besides turn the car on?
He didn't shut the car off. I was on fire. He left
Says
it
who he didn't
left it
shut the
running.
car off?
I
It's on
did.
the video.
I did.
What do you mean it's on the
I had
video?
the key in my hand.
Yeah, why would you say that he didn't shut the car off?
The car was running the whole time the fire was on.
Says who the car was running. He has a key in his hand on the video.
No, the video was there. The lights
Yeah,
are on.
I just
the
saw
lights
the
are on.
video. Let's see the video again. No, the video was on
on
your
the
phone,
phone,
right?
yes.
Yeah, let's get it up again. Aside from that, how do you know he didn't turn the car off?
Because the lights were on.
Because the lights were on?
Yeah, the whole time.
Did you turn your car off before you got out, or did you
Yeah.
run like hell because your
No,
car was
I
on
turned
fire?
it off.
He says your lights are on. Why would that be?
Just press play.
I have no idea.
Did you have the key with you, or did you take the key out?
No, I had the key with me.
Am I going to see the key on the video? Because that's a little far.
I don't know. I haven't seen the video.
This is not a surveillance camera. The camera person is moving. This is a person taking.
That's me taking the video from the screen, from the camera.
Hey, you wanna get out the car?
I leave the car on.
Yeah, get the car.
From the light, you see?
Yeah, it's from the light. There we go. That's it. There goes the whole fire. I think he walked away.
The light's definitely on.
Open now. He's gonna call.
On. I don't know. What year car is this? 2006 Dodge? Because the car doesn't have to be running for the lights to be on. I don't think. Do you have any evidence that for the lights to be on, the car has to be running? And by the way, the lights just turned off with nobody in it.
That's because it burned.
Yeah, but why? What evidence do you have that if the lights are on, the engine is running? He testifies that he turned it off. What evidence do you have that if the lights are on, the engine is running?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't have automatic lights.
How do you know?
Because it's a basic,
what evidence do you have? I deal in evidence, not in guesses.
I don't have the evidence, but I'm sure he has a basic model charger.
Your Honor, can I say something?
Yeah.
The alarm on the car, when you turn it off, the lights stay on for a periodic time. So that might have been what happened. When I turned it off, the lights probably stayed on.
Is there anything in the fire report saying that the engine was running when they went?
No, I don't recall.
Court's in recess.
All rise.
So if this guy jumps out of the car that's on fire, is that negligence? Because that's what the plaintiff's saying.
No, not at all. The car's on fire. You get out, save yourself before you save your car.
But maybe because the car wasn't turned off, it caused the other car to get burned. What about that?
That's just not true. There's no way that could. The car was already on fire.
Well, wait a minute. But if a car engine is on, does it exacerbate the flames?
I don't think so. I think at that point the damage is done.
Okay, interesting. Going inside the courtroom.
You have this interesting theory. Yes, Judge, there is something he did wrong. He didn't turn off the car. Putting aside whether or not that could legitimately be expected of someone who's sitting on a time bomb, because I don't know that there is a legal obligation to think that clearly when you're in complete panic mode. He says that he did turn it off. And you claim to have evidence he didn't because the lights are on. And I'm here to tell you that I have researched that thoroughly at this point, 2006 Dodge Chargers. Do you also have the ability to put it on manual or auto or whatever?
Meaning the
actual lights, like, when you can move it to auto.
I don't.
You don't have that ability?
No.
According to what I was looking at, they stay on after you turn off the car for 40 seconds, which is just about the time I saw the lights go off. So that is zero evidence that he left the car on. And I'm not even sure that one could expect a human who learns that his car is on fire to have that kind of presence of mind anyway. But like I said, you have no evidence he didn't turn it off, and he testifies he did. Mr. Gutierrez, I suggest that you perhaps take this to the manufacturer, but there is no action on his part that he did wrong. And I can't pin this on him and tell him to pay you the $5,000. I just can't.
Your Honor, can I speak?
Yeah?
He was negligent. He didn't do nothing to stop the fire.
You're out of your mind. What did you want him to do, put his body on it?
He was not panicking.
Yeah, no. Verdict for the defendant.
So the plaintiff fails in his bid to get $5,000 here in court. The judge has found against you. You just can't prevail.
Today I've learned that you could set anybody's car on fire, and
No. He didn't do it, though. That's the judge found he did nothing.
no.
What do you mean no?
Something wrong, electrical fire or something.
Why do you say no?
The car was parked.
He
I did
didn't.
nothing.
He didn't do it.
Okay,
right?
So you could just, someone's car could just burn somebody else's car. No one's liable for it.
Obviously, that's what the case
So
is
I have
here.
to come out of pocket for something I didn't do.
So the judge said maybe you could sue the manufacturer of the car. So it's a thought, right?
Yes.
You can try it?
I'm going to proceed.
Explore. Okay, good luck to you. I mean, your car was in the wrong place at the wrong time, really. That's what it comes down to.
That's what his insurance says.
I'm sorry about that. All right, Mr. Davila. We never heard, explain to me, did insurance pay for your car?
Yes, because I had full coverage.
Good. So,
I did do the right thing by shutting off the car, going outside and calling 911.
you did call 911. Okay,
Yes, I
good.
did.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Doug, the judge said that you can take this to the manufacturer, and here's the thing. You don't even think about going to the manufacturer because you didn't make the deal with the manufacturer, you met it with a retailer. But the fact is that if there is a design defect, and that's the key, a design defect, the manufacturer is going to be responsible even though you never had a contract with that manufacturer. So you can go to the retailer, they may be on the hook too, but maybe not. But at a point, and you may not even find the retailer, go to the manufacturer. If you can prove design defect, you win.